at Al Ittihadiyya Palace in Cairo on Tuesday. Speaking at a joint press conference following the talks, the president hailed Cairo's and Budapest's distinguished ties that have lasted over the past 95 years. The head of state described relations binding the two nations as a role model, adding that Hungary had been understanding developments taking place in Egypt and the region in recent times. President El-Sisi further said they had agreed to expand cooperation in the field of energy, nuclear power, transportation, trade, agriculture, irrigation, culture and education. He noted that there was an agreement between the two sides over the investments in the Suez Canal zone. For his part, Orban said the two sides are coordinating efforts at the political and economic levels. He said Budapest values Egypt's efforts to quell illegal immigration. The Hungarian premier noted that his country was partnering with Egypt in launching a business forum. Meanwhile, President El-Sisi and Orban witnessed the signing of a number of deals between Cairo and Budapest. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli continued his visit to the Qatari capital Doha on Tuesday, which is aimed at boosting bilateral cooperation, attracting investments and boosting trade exchange between the two countries. The story. During his visit to Qatar, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli met with members of the Qatari Business Union. Madbouli witnessed the ceremony of signing of 3 memorandums of understanding between the Ministry of Health and a number of Qatari companies within the framework of boosting partnership with the private sector in the field of healthcare services. Following the signing, the Minister of Health, Khalid Abdel Ghaffar, pointed that the MOU goes in line with the vision of the state that supports partnership with the private sector in different sectors, especially in the health sector. Such partnership, according to the minister, aims to improve and raise the level of health, medical and medicine services offered to citizens. According to the MOU, the Ministry of Health will choose the best locations for health installations in which the Qatari companies will invest and operate them. The ministry will also work in facilitating procedures and the needed licenses. Earlier, Madbouli met with Qatar's Emir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, during which Madbouli stressed Egypt's relentless efforts to encourage local and foreign investments, in addition to boosting the role of the private sector. The Prime Minister also held talks with his Qatari counterpart, Sheikh Khalid bin Khalifa bin Abdulaziz Al Thani, where they agreed on preparing for a visit for a Qatari businessman delegation to free zones in Egypt and the Suez Canal Economic Zone, during which they would be briefed on available opportunities there. Madbouli also witnessed with his Qatari counterpart the signing of an agreement in the field of agriculture. The Prime Minister's official visit came upon an invitation from the Qatari Prime Minister and is part of both the countries' keenness to enhance bilateral relations. Interior Minister Mahmoud Tawfiq honored the names of martyrs, injured and distinguished policemen on Tuesday. During a ceremony, the minister also bestowed them with the Merits of Honor, ratified by President El-Sisi, in appreciation to the efforts and sacrifices in the name of the nation and security and stability. Addressing the attendees, the minister hailed the policemen for their relentless efforts and distinguished role aimed at attaining security around the nation. He further hailed the martyrs for sacrificing their souls and blood, as well as the injured, aiming to achieve the message of security. Minister Tawfiq further called for developing skills and adopting new techniques to promote the performance of different sectors of security. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas's office accused the Israelis on Tuesday of protecting terrorist acts perpetrated by settlers in the occupied West Bank. Hamas called on Palestinians to defend the city of Nablus. Meanwhile, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said he expected difficult days ahead and had ordered troops to be reinforced. Israeli soldiers set up roadblocks and checkpoints in pursuit of Palestinians. U.S. State Department spokesman Ned Price condemned the killing of motorists